All right, so we're here with Jordan Brady, filmmaker, director of the stand-up documentary I Am Comic, which debuted at Slamdance and is here in Portland for the Bridgetown Comedy Festival. Thanks for being with me, Jordan.
Thanks for having me.
So after the screening last night, there were a lot of comedians there. And it plays differently for comedians than a general audience?
Oh yeah. In making the documentary I Am Comic, it's really a docu-comedy. I mean, I had to put laughs in it. Because if you make a documentary about stand-up and it's not funny, you have failed as a filmmaker and you have disappointed all the comedians. So going into it, I knew I have to make comedians laugh with this documentary. It has to be tongue-in-cheek. So at a film festival, to answer your question, at a film festival, it's offering a peek behind the brick wall to the film-going audience. They're fascinated to see the psyche of the comedian. We got a little sightseeing tour there. Hey, everybody. I Am Comics, and we have a second screening Sunday at 5:30 at the Baghdad Theater. Second screening of I Am Comic. Check it out. As a filmmaker, you always have to plug your show. Like a stand-up, you got to tell people where your show is. Fuck the humility of like, oh, I don't do that. You have to tell people. The film festival going audience. Sorry, had the shrimp. That's like the oldest joke in the world, isn't it? The film festival going audience appreciates a peek behind the brick wall and a look at the psyche of the comedian. So that audience will appreciate the insight, and they attach to Rich Scheidner's journey as a veteran comedian trying to make a comeback. So they like the arc of the story. It's classic Joseph Campbell, you know, the hero within sort of, he rises, he falls, he rises again kind of thing. The comedy festival audience is littered with comedians, and we've done screenings in LA packed with comedians. At the Laugh Factory, packed with comedians. Tim Allen, Andy Kindler, right? Tommy Davidson, Nick Kroll, they're all there. They laugh because they all lived it. They laugh because, like, oh, they feel the pain of being on the road, of staying at the condo, of throwing out the mayonnaise because of the semen that may have been deposited by the comedian the week before. So that's one is a laugh like inside baseball. The other is the laugh at, wow, I didn't know this was their life.
Is that to you what makes I Am Comic different from the other comedy documentaries that have been done before?
There's been other comedy documentaries? I had no idea. Like specifically, well, like Fran Solomita's brilliant documentary, When Stand-Up Stood Out, available on Netflix and the internet, looks at stand-up in the 80s in Boston, a very particular, specific point in time. Great. Heckler, the Michael Addis masterpiece, looks at the specific world of heckling. I Am Comic is trying to be a free-form jazz scattershot look at what it takes to be a comedian, and the heart is we're following Rich Scheidner. So the approach was little episodes about what it's like a stand-up's act, how they'll meander from topic to topic. That's what I wanted to film. Did I answer that question?
I think so. You talked to a large number of comedians for this, who kind of run the gamut from alternative to the broadest mainstream. Was that on purpose?
Yes.
Or
yes.
Was that more like who you got?
No. It was as a comedian and filmmaker, I did not want to present, this is funny. If you like Janeane Garofalo and you like and you don't like Jeff Foxworthy, or you love Jeff Foxworthy and you don't like Nick Kroll, okay, or you don't know who he is, it doesn't matter. It's the collective experience of these comedians. So I wanted to run the gamut. I wanted Carrot Top as much as I wanted Kathy Griffin. You know?
Get all your gingers.
Get all your flavors. Comedians, the movie is supposed to be like your spice rack of comedy. I'm not going to tell you to put this oregano or that thyme or whatever you want to do for your little recipe of fun. You choose what you like. I'm just presenting all the spices. Oh, I'll tell you a comedy documentary. And God love him as a filmmaker. Not Hollywood Shuffle. He did The Five Heartbeats. Robert Townsend.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Townsend's documentary on black comedy, not dark comedy, but black American comedy.
Right.
Terribly unfunny. Wonderfully interesting. I'm not laughing. I mean, and I love the comedians in it. So that was one I saw. There was another. What's another one
There's Jerry Seinfeld's Comedian.
Oh. In Comedian, which I like Comedian, but I love laughing at Orny Adams. Rich Scheidner sees I Am Comic. I'm not gonna be your Orny Adams. Oh, I wish it'd be our Orny Adams. Dude, I thought Comedian could have been funnier. I mean, who's funnier than Jerry Seinfeld on the circuit? Well, we could name people, but I would have loved to have Jerry Seinfeld in the movie.
For people who are watching this and haven't seen the movie, how can they go about seeing it?
When is this going on your webpage, your website?
Right now.
Okay, we're live. We're streaming live. If you want to see I Am Comic, May 10th is a Monday, 8 o'clock at the IFC Film Center in Manhattan. We're part of the Best of Slamdance. And Slamdance, by the way, has a great series of independent films, and they've been very good to me over the years. So it's a great theater. I Am Comic, Monday, May 10th, 8 o'clock, IFC Theater in Manhattan. I'm not allowed to say that it's going to be on a premium cable channel this June-ish, right? July-ish. But if you're watching Paul Provenza's new show about comedy, Behind the Green Room Door, it might be called The Green Room now, with Paul Provenza and Dana Gould and a bunch of great comics, Andy Kindler, you'll probably see promos on that premium channel for I Am Comic. But I'm contractually, I haven't finished the deal. I'll just say it's not HBO.
Okay.
Is that fair?
I think that's fair.
Okay.
I think people might be able to figure that out.
Now, what I've also learned as a filmmaker is you have to be a whore when it comes to pimping the movie, which is weird because you're both a pimp and a whore at the same time. That's a filmmaker plugging the movie. So if you go to the I Am Comic fan page, I'm posting shit all the time. I'm hoping to take this and put it on my Facebook, but everyone will know about the DVD in the fall. And the DVD is going to have tons of extras. Oh, can I tell you one thing?
Yeah.
Through Facebook, I've stalked Dave Chappelle. And you look up, because you're pretty good at this, look up Dave Chappelle Pipeline circa 1995. I directed Dave Chappelle's first ever thing on Comedy Central. So I'm thinking, Dave Chappelle will do me a solid. I had people go to his farm in Ohio. I had a thing on Facebook, I'm stalking Dave Chappelle. I called the agent. I saw the agent when we shot Brian Regan. I'm asking everybody. And Dave Chappelle, I heard nothing. So I'm working on the sequel, which is all black comedians. It's called Weeby Comics, and I hope to have it done by next year, and I want Dave Chappelle to be in Weeby Comics.
You hear that, Dave?